Hello to anybody and everybody who has found this video today here on Brighter Life. Today we're going to be talking about different ways to help support either friends or family or just anyone really in different ways of going through mental illness. And so it's just going to be sort of different things you can do to help make that person's life easier for them and make going through the mental illness, whatever it may be, a little bit easier and to help get them on the road to recovery a lot faster. So, the first thing you can do would just be share that you've noticed or share things that you have noticed about them in recent times by saying just sort of, how have you been? I've noticed you've been a little bit not yourself lately, and I'm just wondering if things all right with you. And then if they say yes, or if they are uncomfortable to answer, there's different ways of going about it. If they do say yes, you could follow it up by saying, well, if you have I'm here to support you, I'm here for you, or would you be willing to share just so I can get a better insight as to what's going on? And if they say no, just sort of leave it at that, but then do some of these other things which would be inadvertently working to help them for some of them. Some of them would obviously help if they told you they were struggling or something like that. But the next one would be taking a supportive role in their life, doing errands for them, driving them around, cooking for them, or just recommending different ways to get them professional help through a therapy or a clinic or something like that that would just help them in a better way than you could, just because you're in such a limited spot and they're obviously trained professionals with medical ideas on how to solve the problems that they may be going through. So there's just a lot of alternatives you could be doing in your supportive role. But a lot of the good things you could do for them is doing errands for them, like going to the grocery store, doing their laundry, or helping them with their laundry. And then other things would be like cooking for them, as it just shows a sympathetic reaffirmation towards them, which would help build a more strong relationship and make it more comfortable for them to talk about their struggles with you. You could also send them supportive messages over text or Snapchat, or call them and tell them, or something like that. That also would be a very positive thing to do for them. The next thing would be to sort of educate yourself, so that way you can give the best information you can to them, and being educated just allows you to understand their perspective, like going through the mental illness, a lot easier. And then once you show them that you can understand a bit more of where they're coming from, it allows them to feel more comfortable or more understanding that you are putting in the effort to help them out and not just putting them down or just helping them because it would be sort of like a charitable work for them, or something that would make them feel good about themselves but not really care about you, or something like that. Be patient with their progress. Don't expect a rapid change if they do go into professional help, or if you say you can help them. Don't expect them to just all of a sudden not be struggling with the mental illness. Progress is very often slow if it is happening just through you and not like through a professional or something like that. And then also, don't expect there to be just only progress. There will be a lot of times where people will regress, or there will just be rapid changes and times in which a person will sort of fall back into a sort of more unprogressed sort of state where they were beforehand, and they might have periods of time where it's just more of a struggle than it was beforehand. It's just all temporary, really, and that's just sort of something you'll have to work around and understand that their progress isn't going to just be something that's going to be a straight trajectory. It's going to have a lot more ups and downs. Include them in your plans by just either doing social events or public outings if they're more comfortable with that. But if they're not comfortable with going out, as oftentimes most people won't be, then invite them over to your house just to do things like watching movies, or just hanging out and talking, or watching a sports game or something like that. Oftentimes it's the little things that you can do for them that'll make more of a difference versus forcing them to do things that they're more uncomfortable with. And that's also how you can help them feel comfortable around you to talk about it, because the more outlets they have to talk about it that are safe for them, the better off it'll be to get them to progress a lot better. And then the last thing you can do is, once they are telling you stuff, share your concerns while still offering your same support, if not more support, and offering them that same information of professional help that can work for them, or just any sort of other form that would work in their favor as there's a lot of different ways to go about treating a mental illness and a lot of different ways to make professional help and recovery work together and work a lot faster than you could do on your own. With that being said though, all of these things you can do on your own, and a lot of these things are very easy and manageable to do, and it would just take a little extra effort from you, but that little extra effort can go a lot further into their life, and it would oftentimes help them a lot more than you could know. And so that is it from me today. I hope you have taken something helpful and you can apply this to your own life and help someone out in need, as it's such a common thing where 1 in 5 adults suffers from a mental illness. So this isn't something that'll be hidden information. You probably do know someone who could be struggling right now. Just make sure to reach out to your friends and always check in on them, as you never know a physical sign of someone struggling with a mental illness. There's no physical appearance change usually. It's more of an internal change. So always be checking in on your friends and family, as this will be something that just allows them to open that door to start their road to recovery. Also, before I go today, we added our paint coat and our logo on to our Bronchiosaurus. We have decided to name Bruce from Brighter Life. Bruce will hopefully be in here for all of our videos. He's got a fresh paint job and got glazed over, so now he's all done. As you saw in last week's videos, he was just sort of a light blue and had been missing the logo, but he will be here for the rest of the videos, and hopefully we will see some more sort of content we can do, maybe with an animated version of him or something like that. But again, that is all from me today. I hope to see you all in the next video, and thank you for watching.